Hey there, Kaleidoscope Klan. How's everyone doing? This is Mariposamaat. I am here in the beautiful park. Just wanting to address an issue which I never really hear people talk about, and that is dealing with immature old people in our lives as they get older and more controlling and more unbalanced, a lot of them, you know. Normally, I don't even use the term old people, you know, but if that's what they are, then that's what they are. Like, there are some people they're getting older physically, but mentally they're stuck, you know, somewhere where they were traumatized in their past. Some of them act like children, you know. It's much different from an elder, where the difference would be, excuse me, this is a licorice stick, not a cigar. It's very good for you, and that's why I chew on it. The difference between a very old person and an elder would be their value system, you know, how they live, how they choose to live, the values that they choose to live by, the example that they set for the community around them, and the effect that they have on the community around them. And unfortunately, there's a real problem with a lack of eldership these days. You know, a lot of the older people have sold themselves to the devil, some literally, some figuratively, but basically they've committed themselves to whatever it takes to get money and power. And it's really sad. It's really sad. You know, I'm 53 years old, and my parents are going on 80 years old almost. And as I age, I respect them less and less, unfortunately. I mean, yeah, I mean, what can you do? And that's why I'm here, is to talk about what you can do. Because basically, I mean, we have this word that is thrown around a lot now in the media, which is narcissism. You know, it's a personality disorder, and you know, it can speak of just behavior overall. And I'm not a psychologist. My degree is in psychology. My bachelor's degree is in psychology, and I have a minor in sociology. So I watch people a lot, and I'm a life coach, but it's a rash of narcissism overall. But if you look at it, I mean, our society is based on narcissism, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, like, if you look at the way things were run before, from the top down, we're dealing with a very narcissistic view. Is he who has power gets respect. And so there is a power grab, there's a money grab, and that has been the situation in my family, you know, which traditionally has been Christian also. And within Christianity, you know, they have that line, honor thy mother and thy father, for the days will be whatever, whatever, right? And there is a basic respect that we should give to all human beings. And then there's honor. And honoring is something that people have to earn. You have to earn to be honored. Even respected on some level. Because if people are violating you and disrespecting you, then it doesn't make sense for you to respect people who are disrespecting you. Right? So as we are on the precipice of a social revolution of, you know, really dealing with reality as opposed to the narcissistic paradigm that we've all been subjected to, you know, respecting yourself first above all others. It's something that we have to look at. My grandparents all were symbols of a certain level of integrity as far as the roles that they played in the families and the communities. Both sides of my grandparents were very serious about leaving behind resources, being a support to the families, you know. But what I've found in my own family, it's quite the opposite. It's turned where even though, you know, my mother had, you know, she was one of 6 from the South, and her parents paid for their university. They didn't have to work or anything like that, you know. They were given land, like at least 20 years before my grandparents died, they gave them land. It's like my parents see the opposite. It's like they want to live off of their children. So they didn't, you know, pay for my university. They stole my inheritance. And, you know, they want to talk to me about their challenges in life and have no concern about mine, which, and not only that, but have worked to undermine my independence, worked to undermine my family, you know, have done a lot of really crazy things, and have gotten the support of other family members, you know, which is very strange to me. So, you know, when these things happen, it really changes your perspective on life, changes your perspective on family. You know, we had this idea that blood was thicker than water and all these different things. But for some of us, you know, strangers, friends, people that we pick up in life are people that we have to depend on in order to make it, you know. I mean, I'm at a point in my life where my mother refuses to give me my mail, my legal mail. And the only way that I could really push it is to take her to court, which I'm not, you know, I'm not against that. It's just I'm in another country. So, I mean, it's just like so much of a hassle to get the basics done. And what's even more concerning is why. Because, you know, I know that they've stolen inheritance money from me. I know that they have impeded a lot of things. And so, you know, it's just unacceptable. It's just unacceptable. And then, you know, on my mother's side, even the will from her parents, you know, the executor, who is her sister, lied, told me that she didn't know where the will was, you know, you know, just lied, told me to call her back, and then the phone was blocked when I called her back. So it's a new day. It's a new day where independence is really important. I mean, if you have a strong family, then kudos. Good for you. Because a family should be like a team, like a sports team. Go team, you know what I mean? And you're working to support everyone, because the team benefits, you know. When the individual benefits, the team benefits. And when the team benefits, the individual benefits. When there's that level of loyalty and commitment. But if you're not in a family like that, there's no need to pretend like you're in a family like that. You know, if you have a family of haters, of people who speak against you, who make up lies against you, who commit identity fraud, who steal your mail, who steal your inheritance, who actively work to block your blessings, then it is more powerful to deal with that reality straight up and to set very clear boundaries, to have very clear communications, and to not value anyone else over yourself. If someone is abusing you, then they're not your family. Even if they are your blood, they're not your family. You know, that's not what family is. So I just wanted to acknowledge that there are those of us out here in these streets, you know. It's part of the reason why it's been so easy for me to travel. It's because I've had to travel to get some damn peace in my life, because my family's crazy. And I needed to create other realities, because my family also has a lot of powerful connections. So they do things to bully and harass me and to cause problems for me. They've caused problems in the courts for me. They've, you know, had me fired. They've had me arrested, all because I just won't do what they say. Not because I've done anything wrong or bad. Yeah, but just because I won't do what they say, which again, it is like a throwback to slavery. Even though I'm dealing with black people, we have ancestry on both sides. We have ancestry who were slave masters and slaves, and so it's like they're identifying with the slave master ancestors, and I don't identify with the slave ancestry. I mean, I do in the sense that, you know, I'll respect and all that, but I'm not living that life. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to transmute that reality. I'm here to say no. I'm here to run for freedom, which is what I've done. And so, you know, it's time for us to break these generational curses. You know, stop letting people tell you how to live your life, what kind of job you need, what state or city you need to live in, you know, what you need to do with your money, what purpose you have in life, and what, you know, the possibilities are for you in life. It's not true. Only you and your God have that kind of control, you know. And these immature, small people with small minds who feel like they need to control other people in order to feel power need to get some psychological counseling, you know. Unfortunately, within the system, there are a lot of psychologists who will tell people things, you know, so they keep coming back for pay and not checking them on their shit, just like lawyers who will do things for criminals, you know. So a lot of these people will elect to not get mental help and will continue in their shenanigans until somebody checks them with some legal papers or something like that. But it's just unfortunate that a lot of our elders are not elders. They're just immature old fools. And it's really important to know thyself and to value who you are, even if other people don't value you. Even if other people speak against you and project negativity on you, you don't have to take that in, you know. I'm not perfect, but I will say that, you know, I have love myself. I love myself very much. I love myself. I deserve good things, and I receive good things. And people who are offering me nasty things can stay the fuck out my life. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is, because life is too short to waste it on negativity and on fighting, you know, on fighting nastiness. So yeah, I'm 53, and to think that I have parents that are putting their energies into trying to control me when I'm not to be controlled. You know, I have a North Node in Aquarius. Are you kidding me? And it's just not happening. So yeah, a shout out to all of you who, you know, have this as a life challenge also. I support you, you know, in being who you are, in your right to be who you are, your right to your inalienable rights, things that no one can take away, is your pursuit of happiness, you know. Yeah. So don't let anyone get in the way of your pursuit of happiness, no matter how old they are. Stand your ground, set your boundaries, and do you, boo. So that's what I wanted to say. This is Mariposamaat, encouraging you always to continue to embody the sacred transformation. Peace. Introducing my first published book. Oh, yeah! To be a butterfly, the caterpillar has to die. Poetic expressions of transformation from the cocoon. Yes, after 5 long years of cocooning in the Mayan jungle, I've finally emerged and earned my wings. And just like the title says, this dark night of the soul wasn't always pretty. Within the 144 pages of this epic work, you will find 30 passionate poems that are sure to be thought-provoking, stimulating, and even triggering at times. Welcome to my world. Buy your copy now on Kindle. Welcome to the Aquarian age. Have you ever wanted to unlock the secrets in your personal astrology chart? As a certified astrological life coach, I can help you to use it to navigate your journey with more wisdom and grace. If you're interested, you can find the details in the description below. Now is the time to align with the divine order.